Hey guys, welcome to the Sim Racing Paddock. I'm William Marsh, and it is time for the final race in the Assetto Corsa Sim Racing System RSS GT1 Championship. Wow, that's a mouthful. But yeah, so as you could see in the title of the stream, this final race will be taking part at Laguna Seca Raceway. This should be an exciting race. I am currently in third in the championship, if I remember correctly. So it should be a good turnout, and we will see if we can take home a podium in the championship. So, if you guys haven't checked out this championship already, I'd say why not? Why not take part in this championship? It should be a lot of fun. We've had about 10 people signing up. We already have 5 people signed up for the race an hour ahead of this final race of the season. Laguna Seca, great track for these cars. And I'm torn. I'm thinking either taking the Lanzo out or sticking with the Shadow. We've been getting good results with the Shadow, but also I know the Lanzo is a quick car as well. So I am open to any suggestions from you guys. I'm thinking, though, I might gravitate, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I believe we got a podium last race with the Shadow, so why not stick with that? I'm not seeing any protests in the comments, so yeah. But yeah, so we have Lars Herman. He was doing well last race. Kevin Vanett, he is in. That will be a lot of fun. Chris Merica, that is the most American last name ever. Bo Adams, he's in. Paul McGuire, I think he's a relatively new addition. Yeah, Race Carlock, I know what you mean. Just starting up the stream, so yeah. But yeah, this should be an exciting event. We will get some practice in ahead of this event. So yeah, already have the GT Shadow V8 loaded up with Laguna Seca. We'll set it to a fast track. And in this case, we'll do mechanical damage. I believe they do 60%. Hey, Dark Elements, welcome to the stream. So yeah, this is looking good. And for some reason, Sim Racing System always does tire blankets on, so we need to do that. Unfortunate, because tire blankets, they can sometimes mess with setups, unfortunately. So yeah, let's fire up this practice session and see how things go. By the way, guys, I just want to apologize. I know I haven't been streaming as much lately. Just have been having some stuff going on in life, and sometimes life just gets in the way. Also, I want to let you guys know that an exciting development is I'm going to be switching primary rigs for a little while. I got the SimLab GT1 Evo cockpit to review, and I'm going to switch my OSW as well as my Heusinkveld pedals over to that rig. So I am, after this stream, going to sort of tear down this rig a bit and test out the SimLab. And if you guys have been following the Sim Racers Facebook group or on my Instagram page, SimRacingPaddock, you have seen a video of me testing out the cockpit with the Thrustmaster stuff. And I gotta say, it works really, really well. But still just want to see how the GT1 Evo holds up to an OSW. So yeah, that will be exciting to see how things go. But for now, we have this race to focus on, and let's get practicing. And I forgot the emergency release was on. Whoops. So we'll see how we perform in this car. So hopefully everyone is having a good week so far. Hopefully nothing too bad going on. But hey, we're halfway through the week. It's hump day, it's Wednesday. So, hey, you could either see it's all downhill from here or uphill from here, whatever, but hey, we're on the home stretch. And David Gomez, thanks for subscribing. And I totally butchered that line. That's what happens when you get a little rusty. Zal Racing 76, hi from South Africa? Well, hi from California. Okay, so let's get a few laps in with this car. See what we get once we basically have tires all up to the proper pressure and everything. And Argentina, fun stuff. Okay, first flying lap. Kind of funny, one of my friends, he is moving to a town called Ola, Idaho. So it's literally spelled O-L-A. So that just popped in my head. Kind of funny. There we go. That's how to take that corner. I mean, a little better than others. Little lock-up there. Just seems like the car doesn't want to grip that corner. I've gotten spoiled by the actual 1999 VRC Formula North America. I've been driving it so much at this track. When you drive this GT1 car with not nearly as much downforce, it's just like, yeah, doesn't stick as much. That was a 126. A little loose out of that corner. So let me know, guys, how are the sound levels for the stream this time around? Trying to fiddle around, get some more things fine-tuned for stream levels, get things sounding a little better. Also, in the near future, I am going to be switching to a different microphone. Samson actually just sent me a mic to take a look at, get my impressions of. So that'll be interesting. It'll be the first time I've actually taken a look at a mic on this channel. I know a lot of people do ask about what kind of hardware I use to live stream and do videos, things like that. So I'm excited to try out this new mic, and who knows, it could be a good option for a beginner wanting to get into streaming, because I have a lot of friends that talk about that at times. I know I'm leaving some time on the track. I tend to be that more conservative driver, though. I'm not gonna just push all the way to the edge of the envelope. I'm just gonna keep the car on the track, and generally, if you keep the car on the track, you are gonna get decent finishes, because remember, you need to finish first. Sometime I would like to figure out how to squeeze out that extra tenth of the car, squeeze out every inch of performance. So yeah, I know there are some virtual racing schools, things like that, so it might be cool to try to take a look at that idea and that sort of mentality that faster racers have, see if that is something that you can really add on, Or is it sometimes just that natural talent that'll just be there or not be there? Big lock up there. Laguna's a go-kart track for these cars. That's an interesting way to put it. But it's interesting because Laguna Seca, the Skip Barber Racing School had a California branch here. The Skip Barber School, unfortunately, it went defunct. Now it's replaced by the Alan Bird Driving School. So, yeah, it's a driving school, and you can kind of see results of that on the track. So you can see the red curves on the apexes of the track. So I think that's part of the school, so you know exactly where each apex of the corner is. And then, yeah, it's a fun track, especially to learn. It's a deceptively difficult track. It can be relatively easy to drive on, but a pain to drive on fast. For example, just overshoot this corner and you're going to be in trouble. And overshoot some of the faster corners, and you're ending up in the gravel. There we go. Hey, Bernardo, doing pretty well. How about yourself? Couldn't swing out to use the entire track like I wanted to. There we go. Good drive off. Yes, you do have, or I wouldn't say you have to blip it, but it helps a lot. So I am blipping for each downshift. Because, for example, this turn coming up, I mean, you don't have to blip, but under trail braking, it could really start to unsettle the car. When will you see me in IMSA and iRacing? Well, that's a good question. I believe the next season is starting up, so maybe what if I did something following the next season? Maybe if I tried doing the IMSA championship next season or something like that. Make sure I have all the tracks, everything like that. So right there, the car kind of gets unsettled under the trail braking because you have to steer a little to the right to use all the track there. But yeah, I just prefer to blip. It's a good habit to get into, I feel like. But yeah, if I did IMSA Championship, what car would you be interested in seeing me run? I know I do have the Corvette. I also do have the RSR. But I'd also be interested in trying the Ford GT. That's the tough thing, but I don't own that car. But yeah, one of the things you do definitely want to focus on is the drive off. Because at this track, almost every corner has a decent sized straight ahead of it. So here, you want a good drive off because you're going up the hill. And I totally botched the corkscrew, but we're okay. That's gonna wear out those tires. Anthony, this is kicking off at the top of the hour. The race starts at 6 p.m. Pacific, or in about 40 minutes. 40 minutes. Okay, so we're getting 124s, 125s right now. So let's take a look at the setup for this car right now. What I'm curious about is, I believe I have a Red Bull ring. No, I don't have the Red Bull ring set up for this car. Trying to think, what setup would I have for this? Oh, Donington. Donington. That could be an interesting baseline, at least. So we'll see how this car behaves. Because the gearing, I didn't want to just like wing it with the gearing, but I would think that the gearing for Donington Park and Laguna could be similar. Let's see. I want to see how this setup works. The only concern is Donington doesn't really have as much in the way of elevation changes as Laguna. It has some, but not nearly as drastic. I feel like I'm more into power band through the corners though, so that could be a good thing. But yeah, it's interesting. About a month or so ago, I got to go to Laguna Seca and watch the IMSA race here. It was a lot of fun, but was very interesting because also there was the Lamborghini race, and there was a driver, Sheena Monk, who apparently lost her brakes or something like that, and just flew into the corkscrew at 140 miles an hour. And almost did an entire front flip full flying down the corkscrew. And fortunately, she walked away relatively unscathed. I think she had a fractured pelvis and some other injuries. But it sounds like she's expected to make a full recovery and be driving next year. So that at least is encouraging. But those kind of wrecks are terrifying. Just flying into a corner, fully expect your brakes are going to work, and then all of a sudden, nothing. And you just fly into a corner at full speed. That would be like my nightmare. There we go. This is a closed practice, Kevin. This is a closed practice. Didn't really have the time to set up a server this time around. Hit that curb a little too hard. Little understeer out of the corner. Ooh, that was a good line through the corner. Alright, Dark Eminence, you have some fun practicing. I do not know what car I am using for next championship yet. I do not know yet. Hopefully I'll have an answer in a couple days on what I'm going to use. I'm still weighing out the choices. So if you have any suggestions, feel free to share. I think we can shorten the gearings a little more. Yeah, we're still getting good times, consistent. If I didn't have that curb, I could have been a PB, so let's see. Let's try that out. Hold on, my headphones got tangled. There we go. Kevin, I'm thinking I might not go with a third-party car this next championship. Because I think one of the reasons that turnout has been so low for this championship is because this is a third-party car. And I'm thinking if I go back to a first-party Kunos designed car, I think that'll bring more people in and offer maybe better racing. A counter debate. Thoughts on ACC so far? Has potential. Really needs to be optimized though. The optimization for it is very poor, so performance on almost any system is going to struggle. And it's not the GPU performance. I was checking the hardware monitor, and GPU performance is pretty respectable. I've never been actually using I'm not using more than like 70% GPU usage on my GTX 1080 on ultra settings while streaming. That is pretty remarkable. But the CPU just taps out. And that is why you're seeing so much performance drop off, especially during the race. When you're in a single car session, it's not bad. When you're in a race, that's when it starts getting bad. So that is one thing they need to really work on. I understand it is version 0.2, so hopefully they do optimize it. However, Unreal Engine 4 is known to not be the best with CPU utilization. So it'll be interesting to see how Kunos gets around that, and even if they can. So we'll see. Time will tell. We still have a long time before the full version of the game is out, so I have faith in them at least. And then also, I haven't tested out VR yet on it, actually. I haven't tested out the VR yet because I know that even with my GTX 1080, it's going to be very sluggish. Sometime I will find the time to, but also, as I mentioned, I'm kind of making some adjustments and changes to my setup around here. So yeah, got to keep that in mind. And that's some over rev, my bad. Might want to lengthen the gears because I'm not noticing much performance increase. Seems like the gearing is very subtle adjustments, kind of surprisingly subtle. Because we've adjusted maybe 7 or 8 clicks in our setup. And still, doesn't really feel like we're getting much acceleration. I mean, we're getting relatively close to redline in 6th gear at the end of the longest straight. So at least we're getting that. Yeah, Kevin, it'll be interesting to see how the force feedback is improved in the future updates. But Austin raises a good point that I always talk about. Force feedback isn't real. Force feedback is designed to compensate for the for the limitations of a simulation. So the limitations of simulation is you don't get the seat of the pants feel. You don't have the forces enacted on you while driving. And that's one of the main reasons that you do have like a feeling of the car in real life. The forces enacted through the seat of your butt and also through what you're feeling. Like, that's one of the main ways you detect understeer or oversteer. You feel the car step out under you. You don't get that feeling in a simulator. So force feedback is designed in the wheel, like for the simulation, to compensate for those effects. It's designed to give you at least some perspective on what the car is doing. If I overcooked a corner, the wheel is supposed to jump out and give me an idea. I've spun out in a real life car. I was in the rain and my rear tires were bald and I ended up spinning out on the freeway. That wheel, when I was driving, the wheel didn't magically jump out all the way to catch the slide. I mean, sure, some cars you can design it setup-wise to be able to be more inclined to drift and stuff, but my wheel didn't just jump out, say how it would in Forza Motorsport. It wouldn't jump out in that way for me to catch that slide. So yeah, it's something where force feedback, it's not truly real, but at the same time, we have grown accustomed to it. We have grown accustomed to force feedback feeling certain ways and things like that. And sometimes, in a sense, if it isn't all the way to our liking, then sometimes we call it unrealistic or something like that. Sure, there is such a thing as unrealistic force feedback, things like that, where it doesn't do a good job communicating, it uses canned effects, things like that. There's things like that that can happen. Or it's just like not informative at all. So I think there is work that needs to be done to make Assetto Corsa Competizioni's force feedback a little more responsive. That needs to be done, I feel like. But so far, Assetto Corsa Competizione is pretty good. Yeah, we need to lengthen our gears. We keep on over-revving. So I don't think the gearing for this is going to work. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're not really gaining that much time. There we go. That should work. Let's drop the pressures a bit. I wouldn't think that counter debate. It's interesting, this new shift to RTX though, because RTX is very interesting. Not just the ray trace shadows, but just the RTX cards. For most gaming purposes, for non-RTX, I think that it's not worth the increase. We're seeing GTX 1080s sometimes under $500 now. So, the 1080 Ti's are still around the $600, $700 mark, but the 1080 is getting even more and more accessible. And I think that might be some of the best options available right now. I love my GTX 1080. I feel no reason whatsoever that I should be compelled to jump to a 20 series card. I see no reason to right now. Josh, what currency? What currency? Because 12,000, that's absolutely nuts. Yeah, ACC will have ray tracing. It will have ray tracing. I don't know if it's currently implemented. I've seen no signs of it being implemented. And I'm thinking that the thing is, one of the reasons that likely the RTX cards are so expensive right now are it's a new architecture, it's a new design process and everything. So I'm thinking next generation, so like, I'm not sure if they're going to call it the 2100 series. I'm guessing that might be less expensive, either because this generation is going to flop or because it's just cheaper to manufacture and produce. But it's always a tricky situation because once the cost goes up, it's not very commonly going to go down. So there's interesting elements like that that might be concerning, but we will see how things go. Good drive off. But yeah, this car feels very comfortable on the track. I haven't had any insane non-deliberate spins, I should call it. Because that spin a couple laps ago, that was totally deliberate to make a point with force feedback. But yeah. But yeah, it's interesting because I used my GTX 650 Ti from about 2010, I think? Or no, GTX 650, that would have been from 2012 to 2016, I think. So I used my GTX 650 for about 4 years, I think. And then I went to a 970, used that for just 1 year, got my Oculus Rift, and I was like, nope, I need to get a 1080. Whew. The Fanatec handbrake works pretty well. The only concern I have is, A, it's a linear handbrake. Or somewhat linear. It's a potentiometer-based handbrake. And then, also, you need to buy the USB adapter separately. So, it ends up being about $150, $160. And for that price, I'd wonder, why not just buy either an AIO logged handbrake or a Heusinkveld handbrake? Because, honestly, my Heusinkveld handbrake is so much better than the Fanatec. I'll just be blunt with that. The Fanatec is a great budget handbrake, but the Heusinkveld, it's load cell base, it's full metal construction, everything like that. It's like crazy adjustable, so yeah. Hey, Victor, are you going to join the race this week? Keep on locking up into the corkscrew. Shom, This is a third-party pack. It's from Race Sim Studio. It is the GT1 pack. So if you Google Race Sim Studio, you can buy the pack. I want to say it's about 15 euros. And I know it's on the steeper side, especially for a third-party mod, but it's one of my favorite packs in all of sim racing. It brings back great memories of the GTR2 days. It's a lot of those cars from those older days, so yeah, I recommend the pack even if you're not going to race in the league. If you're not going to race in the league, but just want to race these cars around, it's a lot of fun. A race is in 20 minutes. Yes, it is. So in about 10 minutes, we will jump out of this car and go into the lobby. But yeah, Show'em 909, thanks for dropping by. Fun to have you. But yeah, it's a tough thing, Josh, because this is a third-party pack, and a lot of people, they don't feel like they want to really support like this because it is a higher price. But it's a challenging thing because I think as sim racers, we're kind of spoiled. We kind of are. We have over 100 cars available to us in Assetto Corsa for about $30 if you buy Assetto Corsa Ultimate Edition, or like $50 if you bought everything separately. So we're kind of spoiled for that. And then we get a lot of free third-party cars as well. But in my personal opinion, there are maybe one or two third-party cars that match the quality of this Race Sim Studio pack. This Race Sim Studio pack is amazing in terms of quality. It really is. And that's one of the reasons I'm willing to support it. I'm willing to support like this kind of mod and car because it's an immense level of quality that was put behind it. Because if you put the regular car stickers, if you put the Saline brand on it, took away the RSS branding and everything, this is just like, it's at the level of a Kunos car. It really is. And consider this is made by a group of guys that made this in their spare time. They made this in their spare time. They didn't, like, they're not relying on this as a livelihood. They have their jobs, they have their lives, and part of their lives are making this content for us, and we're blessed for that. And yeah, that's why I'm okay with saying, hey, this is $15 or $20, and I am willing to pay that amount. I gotta make a review of my favorite free AC mods. Yeah, I want to do that later on. I need to take a look at some more of the mod cars, and it's a tricky minefield because if you guys remember, I did that preview of the Cadillac Daytona prototype car, which ended up, it sounds like being stolen content. It sounded like it was actually a stolen mod, and that's why basically I decided, no, I'm not going to do any more previews of that car because it appears to be a stolen 3D model. And that was kind of frustrating. I didn't know better, unfortunately, but it was something that, yeah, it sucks when you see someone that stole content. So, yeah, you gotta be careful when navigating free mods and stuff, because the moral compass of free mods, it's sketchy. Especially when you see how many Forza Motorsport riffs there are. And you can kind of tell at times when it's going to be a rip. But sometimes they do disguise it. They do disguise it, and I will say, sometimes effort is put into a rip. Sometimes effort is genuinely put into a rip, and it can be a decent car. But if it's done without permission, it's an insult to the people who actually made it. It's an insult to the people who spent hours, if not days, working on the car and spent a lot of money on it. Because if you think about it, I mean, sure, we say that Forza Motorsport is not the most realistic title and it's Simcade or whatever you want to call it. But the thing is, a group of people spent money and a lot of time making those 3D models. They spent time, money, and effort. And then seeing some guy just pull the 3D model out of the game, stick half-baked physics into the car, and say, here, buy this car for $10. That is a slap in the face of the sim racing community. And you'll see it. You'll see people, I think there was like Dream Cars or something like that, that would sell ripped off cars for like 50 bucks. Like a pack of cars for 50 bucks. And apparently the physics are horrible, and it's a ripped off car. And that is a slap in the face of the sim racing community. So yeah, I am, like, I know I'm going off on a wild tangent, but I am willing to take a look at some of my favorite free cars for Assetto Corsa. And maybe even other sims like R Factor 2. But yeah, it's something where you do need to tread lightly. You need to be careful looking at some of the stuff. So yeah, I will look into making some topics about that. But yeah, and then also on the flip side of the community, sometimes there are conversions done with permission, and those are absolutely amazing. For example, Wuchu's Longford, that was ported with permission to Assetto Corsa, and that's a great track. And then also there was Jacksonville, I believe it was. Jacksonville converted to Assetto Corsa with permission. Different R Factor 2 cars. And then also on the flip side, different mods originally made for Assetto Corsa got ported over to R Factor 2 with permission, and sometimes those are some of the better content. Sometimes that's some great content to take a look at. So yeah, gotta keep that in mind. Okay, it is 5:46 right now. I have time for a couple more laps. But yeah, we're consistent at least. Maybe consistently bad. We're turning laps into 125s. We'll see how that compares to people once we get to qualifying. But also, we haven't done an actual qualifying run, so we can do that when we get into the online session. Because once we get into the online session, all bets are kind of off. We'll see how the cars perform, how they behave, how the weather conditions are and everything, because we don't know how that is right now. We're racing in a closed private setting that I don't really know how the sim racing system race is going to be set up. And that's one of the interesting things about sim racing and also racing in general. You can test all you want, but if you're doing an online league or something like that, the race conditions could be drastically different compared to what you're doing. Little overrev right there. Oh, Miracle that I could catch that slide. Thanks, Wheel. You landed on the roof. I don't even know what you mean. I'm kind of scared to ask. There we go. Not a good corner there. Oh, that vile gamer, yes it was. I thought that was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago was the false start. Because when my friend was hanging out, we had that issue come up where the day before my friend was hanging out, and we had auto clutch set on, and that caused the issue. So we'll see how this race goes. I am optimistic. Except I just had the idiot moment where I forgot to save my setup. Okay, well, we know that we're using my Donington Park setup as a baseline, so we can go from there. So let's check real quick. We can go into the, or actually turn on display capture. We can go into the RSS GT series. Let's take a quick look at the standings. Leading the championship is Austin Oginoski. He has won every freaking single race. Yeah. And 0 incident average. So, yeah. And then, I am in second in the championship. I thought I was third, but I'm actually second. Okay. We are 40 points ahead of Adam Beard, who is in third. Andrew Karen is in fourth with 402 points. And then Kevin Vannett. He had connection issue last race, but he was consistently finishing second in his races. So now he is actually down to fifth. I believe he was fourth before. So, yeah, it's a little tough. But hey, I'll gladly take that lack of competition right there. Harrison Lynn is in sixth, but he hasn't been in the last 2 races. We'll see if he makes it to the finale. But yeah, let's take a look. We have 13 drivers signed up. 13, that's a good lucky number. Maybe. Let me check something real quick. Hold on. I'm messaging the owner, or not the owner, but the guy who runs Sim Racing System, because interesting news might be coming up. So it looks like we might be doing GT3 next season. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see how that is. So yeah, 13 guys signed up. Should be exciting. And let's go into the standings again, because we can see Racing Studio races. Yeah, Darlington Park, we did not have a false start. We didn't have a false start at Darlington. We had a false start 2 weeks ago at Red Bull Ring. So we look at the race results. So, yeah, right here. Okay, so we finished 4th last race. I thought 3rd, but we finished 4th. We can look here. So, 4th, and we started 6th. If I had a false start, we would have dropped down because with the pace of everyone. So yeah, 6th place. Fought our way up to 5th, and then you could see Andrew Karen. He was on the soft tires. So if you guys remember, we had a good battle with him last week. So Andrew, if you're still in the stream, I think you said you were practicing though. But yeah, we had a good battle with Andrew for a couple laps, but I was able to fortunately stay ahead because I was on medium tires. The fall off on mediums wasn't as bad as the ones on soft. So yeah, that's the story of that race. If we go a little back further in time, we can go to races and check out the Red Bull Ring race. And Harry VF, hi, and I follow your show. Thank you for great advice and honesty about products. Does AC penalize you for going off the road like iRacing? Yes, it does. So, it depends on how you structure it, though. Because sometimes it's just invalidating the lap. Sometimes it is a slowdown. Sometimes the penalty for going off track is even more brutal than in iRacing, where you have to slow down to about 20 miles an hour or slow down for like 10 seconds or something like that. So yeah, you do get penalized for going off the road. Victor, best lap was about 124.3, I think, 124.3. Yeah, Andrew is a good racer, very clean. Hold on a second. My roommate is calling. Hey, bro, you're live on stream. What's up?
Oh, hello there, Paddockers.
Dude, that nickname's not going to catch on, bro.
I was just calling to tell you that I love you, and you left your preparation H on my kitchen table.
Wow. Are you sure it's not yours?
Just kidding. No, I'll let you get back to your stream. I don't want to bother you.
Or what's up, bro?
Bye.
Yeah, we have about 4 minutes before the race. Oh, he hung up on us. That little stinker. He just freaking hung up on us. I see how it is. But yeah, hey. Fun, interesting moments while waiting for the lobby to start off. Why not go with the MC12 GT1? We'll have to see. We'll see. As I was mentioning, it sounds like Henrique might have an interesting plan to go in place, so I need to discuss it with him. I will likely make an announcement in the Discord. So, guys, if you haven't joined the Discord already, I believe we have a Discord link in the description. Let me make sure. Yep. If you haven't already, check the link in the description to join the Discord. Should be fun. Thanks, Raging Beard. Good luck to you as well. Tokena. Well, GT2 of what era, though? GT2 of what era? So, my sim racing system rating is 570. Let's see if I can get that up to maybe 580. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, guys, shameless plug time. If you haven't already, check out SimRacingPaddock on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. SimRacingPaddock for Twitter, SimRacingPaddock Instagram, and Facebook SimRacingPaddock. I've actually been starting to use the Instagram quite a bit more lately, so yeah, if you haven't checked it out already, why not? What's stopping you? Unless if you don't have an account, that might stop you. So let's go to Donington Park. I'm gonna load up the qualifying setup. We'll see how that feels. Hey, Dunksies, or Dunks Z, how's it going? Thanks for that. I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need luck. Well, that's the problem. That's like a full 6 years difference in performance of cars. That era GT2 was what GT1 is like right now. That's your problem. You're comparing two different eras of race cars. Ooh, that was an interesting turn in there. A little loose. So let's see what kind of performance we get. Bit of a lockup there, though. Need to move our braking point back a bit. Feels like we're getting good acceleration for this car, though. There we go. Oh, Nelly. Oh, that was a close call. I want to check something real quick. Well, auto clutch is off, so we're not going to get the false start at least. Just wanted to make sure of that. Because that would suck again. At least final race this season, we're not going to have that issue. Terry, you downloaded the car pack and a... I don't know what that A is. Okay, so we need to lower the fuel load. We'll do 16 liters. Whoa, dude! Why are you stopped in the middle of the pit exit? It's alright, Terry. I don't know what you mean by won't work. You might want to make sure you are extracting the correct folders. That might be something to check. That would be the most common issue I would think of. If you don't extract the correct folder, it might not work. This car would be from 2003 or 2004. One of those 2 years, I believe. Whoa! That was a good drive off. I'm going to try taking this corner in fourth. Keeps the car in the power band, which is nice. Oh, shoot. Lost a lot of ground right there. Not a good lap. Lost too much turn, or too much time. Ah. There we go. Sorry, Gene. I know how that can be. Not mountain biking, but just cycling in general. Need to get back on the bike, though. That was close. Yeah, acceleration in these cars are no joke. That's an interesting spot for a car to be stopped. Whoa! That was a death wiggle. .124.3. Oh! I am in second in the points. Second in the points. Ooh, that was an intense lap. That was a good lap. 124.1. A full second off the pace, though. Dang. We're likely going to run out. I am not really within striking distance, but I think I'm pretty cemented into second. It would take Austin disconnecting or something to really have a shot at the championship. And we're out. Let's see if we can coast around the line. Do we have enough? 38 miles an hour. 37. I think we might have enough. I think we have enough speed to make it across the line. What's my take on random malfunctions? I think to an extent, it would be interesting to have that. I think it would be interesting to have that. And we made it across the line. But also, I think there should be malfunctions due to bad driving. There should be that element where if you hit a curb way too hard, you should have a chance of just ruining your car. I think that should be something that should be implemented. So 16.5 laps. I think that'll be fine. We'll do a little more beyond the safe side. Better safe than sorry, guys. This is gonna be fun. But yeah, we're starting 6th place out of 11 cars. Terry and Paul, they got disconnected. Thanks, Scott Silva. Thanks for subscribing. Okay, wish me luck, guys. I'm gonna need it. See, auto clutch is off. We're not getting a false start. That Lister did not get a good start. And we're up to 4th. Right behind Kevin. And we're on the wrong tires. I forgot to change my tires to mediums. This is not going to be good. We have to conserve our tires if we want a top 5. I am an idiot. Oh, that was scary. We do not want to slide the tires like this. Show you how to manage your tires. Or it might be more like how not to manage your tires. Little lock up there. They are just locking up like crazy into Corsa. Oh no! No! Rest in peace, tires. Got a little overeager on the throttle. Catching up to this Lamborghini. Andrew. on the inside. Dang it, come on. The one obligatory dang it, come on per stream, I guess now. Still debating on shirt design ideas for that new catchphrase. That could be interesting. Oh! Yep. Daniel! Dang, Daniel, look at you with that spin. All of a sudden, we're back and forth again. I do not know if we can catch Kevin, though. Especially with our tires. Gotta make the most of what we have. But we're in the exact opposite of the situation last week. I'm on softs, Andrew's on mediums. Last week it was me on on mediums, Andrew on soft. So I'm hoping for a different result. I'm really hoping for a different result. I'm hoping the guy on softs ends up in front. And we are a second ahead of Andrew. So that is positive. Except that lockup. No. No bueno. That left-hander must be like sandpaper on these tires. And the fact that Andrew is purple in that area is not too reassuring. I just gotta take it easy, drive my race, and we'll see if we can take home fourth. Starting to feel a little more slide though. Just gotta be very careful. And did Andrew spin? I think Andrew just spun. Look at that gap. That's what I like to see. So that gives us a little more breathing room. I mean, I don't like seeing it for Andrew, but I like seeing it for me. We're still posting respectable times with these tires. Just gotta be consistent. And lock up our tires going to corkscrew. I'm 2/10 faster than Kevin that lap. I don't think I'm going to have enough time to catch him, though. I just have more of a ragged edge versus him. Mediums are going to give him a little more leeway. He's going to have a little more leeway, like a little more margin of error. If I abuse these tires, I'm going to be in trouble. Oh, oh! Someone was off the track. Looks like Kevin. Just need to have him make more mistakes like that. We'll see. I'm not getting a good run through that corner, though. He turned to 123.9 that lap. He is quick. Andrew was faster than me the last lap. But he's pretty far back now. He's almost 10 seconds behind me. Just gotta be conservative, and I should be able to secure fourth. UL Speedy Skull, I made sure I had enough. I made sure to add a little surplus. That is a dangerous spot to be so slow, man. Race car lock, none of that crap in here. I understand you're trying to make a joke, but that kind of topic is no joke. Yeah. Okay, so let's keep going. Seems like Kevin's just turned on to Afterburner now. Thank you, Silvio, for subscribing. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see what lap time we get. 125.3. Our car is falling off. Big time. And Andrew is closing in. I do not like to see that. He's gonna get close. Because we have about 2-3 laps to go. All we can do is push and see if we can hold him off. Oh, he spawned! Never mind! I think he spawned. Did he? Or is that just the real-time glitching? We'll see at the start-finish line. Yes, Full House, you're in time to see the last, I think, 2 or 3 laps. Andrew Karen went around again. I thought I was going to be a sitting duck. I thought I was a sitting duck. I just gotta keep my nose clean, keep the car pointing in the right direction, and I think we'll take home 4th. His tires shouldn't be shot. He's on mediums. I'm on softs. My tires are shot. That's why I was so nervous. I'm on softs. he was consistently a second faster per lap, and I guess he just spun it around. Oh, that was scary. Right now I'm consistently turning 125s. Yep, 125.3. I think we have two laps to go, I think. I think fuel's gonna be tight. Tighter than I expected. Jack, closest I've done is go-karting. I did the Jim Russell karting school before it became the Sim Raceway Driving Academy. And I've also autocrossed a Jaguar F-Type at Sonoma Raceway. That's the closest I've ever done to actually driving in real life on a track or a race environment. I want to maybe try the Sim Raceway driving school someday, or maybe Alan Berg at Laguna Seca. Okay, I think we're good. We're on the final lap, and we're not dark red. I'm pretty certain we're not going to run out. But, oh my gosh, Austin Ognowski's in third. What the? What? Did Austin just give up? Did he run out of gas? Oh, he blew up his car! Oh my gosh! What the heck? This just shakes up the entire championship race. I don't know if I can win the championship, but I might. Okay. Oh! Okay, I almost just psyched myself out there. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Get back on track, get back on track. Oh, I almost lost that spot. Okay, we got a podium. Pink Pickleson, thank you for subscribing. Okay. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. It looks like... Where's Austin gonna finish? Where is Austin going to finish? He might finish 8th. If 7th and 8th are gonna finish. And we're out of fuel right now. Wow. We barely ran out. Jacob, I do race in VR, but not during streaming. It'll score you last car on the lead lap. Okay, so. If 8th place is worth 80, we'll have to see. Oh, Kevin. You just can't catch a break, man. Okay. So, we finished 3rd. We should see how the championship turns out. I don't think that we are going to have the results immediately. We still have to, yeah. Jacob, yeah, and also it is a little... Oh, wait.
Good to see you, brother.
Thanks, Smooth7. Thanks for that. But yeah, Jacob, it's not the best experience for the watcher. And also, I can't interact with people like I do in this situation. So, Austin finished 7th. Okay. So. Yeah, Victor barely missed out. So, let's check standings. I don't think they're going to be ready yet. Standings. Not yet. But let's see. Yeah, he was 50 points ahead. So, I think Austin is going to win the championship. I think so. Kevin, move on to last lap corkscrew. Okay, SimRacingPaddock Court of Justice. Hold on a second. Let's see. Replay. And view autosave. Laguna Seca. Save selected. And let's load up Laguna Seca. Court of SRP. Let's see how this goes. Shameless plug again. Check out Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Let's see how this goes. So, final lap, you were saying. Except, I don't know which car's which. So, let's see. So, that's Austin's car. Okay, here we go. Going up to corkscrew. Here we go. They're braking. It looks like Kevin's locking up. Or is that it? Yeah, I think so. Or Kevin, yeah, you were yellow saline. Okay, so we need a better camera angle, though. Here we go. He went for the pass and he couldn't make it stick. But yeah, Lars, congratulations on that win. Let's take a look on board. Actually, here we go. Holy dive bomb, Batman! Wow.
Clear left.
Hey Siri, text mom. Text I love my mommy.
Joke is on you, Full House. I use an Android phone. But yeah, I can't see any way, Andrew, you could have even made that corner. Lars, you did the right thing. You had the defensive line. You were ahead, and yeah. Like, last lap, battling for the win. I mean, yeah. I would have said, Kevin, try to get him in one of these corners or something, or dive bomb last corner. That's my thought. If you dive bomb the last corner, I couldn't really fault you for wrecking him. Last corner, last lap of the season. I mean, that's what I would have maybe done. If I was in that situation, of course. But yeah, okay. So, and if we go to me, you can see this mistake I made, though. Hold on. So, here, coming up. Ah, the endless fire glitch. Boost! Too much boost! Yeah. I mean, I couldn't just... Yeah. Okay. Well, this was an exciting end to the season. I mean, we'll see. I am going to guess that I was about 30 points behind Austin when it was all said and done. So we can go standings again. I believe they should be ready now. Standings. Still not ready. Oh, wait. We're on the wrong series. My bad. Wrong series. RSS GT. Here we go. Austin with 86, me with 95.
Hey Android Siri, text mom. Text I love you, mommy.
Nice try, Full House. Nice try. Thanks for the donation, though. Thanks for donation, man. So, in the end, I finished second in the championship, 45 points behind Austin. 45 points behind. And yeah, oh, could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse, man. But hey, we salvaged the championship run. And yeah, we got 3 podiums out of the bunch. So I'm happy with that. 0.3 average incident points, which is pretty respectable, if I say so myself. I mean, that Red Bull ring really hurt me. That jumped start and everything. Yeah. And Adam Beard, by some strange miracle, you're in third. Yeah, so yeah. Fun stuff. And then Andrew Karen, you are in fourth. Man, I thought you were going to get me this race. Andrew, I thought you had me. I thought I was a sitting duck on those soft tires. But yeah, that spin, I think, hurt you a bit. But hey, it was fun battling, especially in that race with Donington at Donington Park. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching through this championship. It was a really, really fun race. It really was. And just a fun championship in general. And then also, if you check out the Discord, you can go to discord.me/SimRacingPaddock, and you can check out what series we are going to do. I will announce it on the Discord, I'll announce it on Twitter, and maybe Instagram and Facebook as well. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, I'm excited to see what championship comes up next. But until then, guys, thanks for watching. For the Sim Racing Paddock, I'm William Marsh, and you guys have a good one.